Hi, everybody. Welcome to Busy Living Sober. Busy Living Sober. I think we are on episode 180. Oh my gosh, 180 episodes. Can you believe it? And here I am on YouTube. So I'm wearing an American flag, and you might be going, why is she wearing an American flag? Because I'm talking about freedom. Because here we are, we're embarking on the 4th of July, even though it doesn't feel like it's the 4th of July, probably anywhere in the world today. Because let's face it, we live in timeout land. It's COVID-19. There's a lot of fear in the world. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of loneliness. There's a lot of sickness. There's a lot of mental health sickness. There's a lot. It's a lot of what's going on today. And so I thought I'd come on, and I'm solo because I am. I could have gotten JF to come on, and I had somebody else that was supposed to come on, but she's not feeling well. So here I am. You got just busy today. And again, my thought is freedom. Where do we find freedom? And, I found freedom when I finally admitted that I was an alcoholic. And that was really what opened the floodgates for my life, is when I finally admitted, okay, I've got a problem. Every time I drink, I get drunk. And people will be like, well, it's the first drink that gets drunk. And I'm like, no, it's like the 47th drink, but it's really the first drink, because once I have it, I want more and more and more and more. And if you're listening, you might understand that. And I just wanted more. There was never enough. So admitting that I was an alcoholic and I needed help was tough, but it gave me this freedom, as I mentioned. And I used the 12 steps, a 12-step group, because of anonymity purposes. I do use AA. I have used AA in the past. I don't think it works for everyone. I don't believe there's a one Band-Aid that fixes everyone. Unfortunately, I wish there was. I wish 12 steps worked for everybody, and everybody like came in and got it, and it was like psyched, and their lives turned around, and they were like, this is the best thing I've ever done. Oh my gosh. But it doesn't always happen that way. Hence, I have Busy Living Sober. So Busy Living Sober is about like whatever way you want to find that works for you. So I have all different things that are on here. You find people that talk about how they got sober off of heroin and they didn't go to 12-step. They actually went to intensive therapy. And then we have people that come on that believe that, abstinence is just the only thing you need to do. So there's all different varieties of different ways of getting sober, and it's what works for you. But it's taking that time out. And so I'm taking this time out right now. This COVID's been kind of crazy, right? It's been kind of crazy in that I hate it and I love it, right? I hate it because of the fear and the uncertainty and the people dying. That freaks me out. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It makes me feel yucky and powerless, and who knows what's happening next week. I mean, nobody's making any plans to go anywhere. Most people are staying home and just hunkering down. So the first 3 months I was really excited because my family was here and my kids were here, and I was like, this is awesome. I get this time with my kids that I didn't have before. And then they went back to their lives, right? So they went back to their life, and it left me here, and it left me by myself. And I am what they technically call a runner, but I don't mean physically run, because those of you that know me know that unless someone's chasing me, I'm not running. I'm a runner in that I run from feelings. I don't want to have feelings, right? Feelings are just, they suck, right? Like either you feel really happy or you feel really sad. And the middle is just kind of like, what's wrong with me? And as an alcoholic, I think that's one of our characters, right? We are just like, I want to be either feeling or I feel like, I'm just going to go to bed. So running gives you the ability to just always be like on the go, and you don't have to stop and feel. So with COVID, I had to stop and I had to feel. And I think there's a lot of people that are out there that are like, oh my gosh, now I have to stop and I have to feel. And I feel like either I'm eating too much, I'm drinking too much, I'm doing too much of this, I'm doing too much of that. There's a lot of self-judgment. There's a lot of self-hatred. There's a lot of I want to do something different. And my thought today is that we need freedom to like do whatever we need to do to take care of us. And I think that if we use this time to benefit ourselves, like we use this time to say, it's okay. We'll use this time to say, you know what, I need to take care of me, whatever that looks like. And if that means like I'm going to try and quit drinking, okay, go and try and quit drinking. I mean, there's many resources that are out there. You can go on Zoom, go to 12-step meetings. There's also there's all different sorts of recovery. All you need to do is put in recovery and you'll find something. You can reach out to me always at busy@busylivingsober.com. And that's BUSY. But you know, this time is a time to take for yourself, to give yourself that time out, to give yourself that ability to go, you know what, I'm just going to take some time. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to figure out what's important to me. This is like a restart. Like we get to restart our lives. And I don't know how long the restart's going to last. If it's going to last to 2021, if it's going to last to 2022, I have no idea. It might last 2 more weeks. Who knows? With all of it, we have no idea. So all we have is today. So if today's your time to go, oh my gosh, I really don't know what I want to do, but I don't feel comfortable in my skin. Reach out, call someone. Number 2, write. Writing's always big for me. And if you need to go to an extra step and go and get go get a therapist, because I know therapists are working virtually, that is also a huge, huge, huge thing out there today. I've actually done that myself. I'm working with someone because I feel like there's some stuff that's coming up that I need to deal with. And I'm not ashamed to reach out and say, you know what, I need to find a therapist. Can somebody recommend somebody? And they did that. And it was awesome. And, you know, mental health is something we really don't always talk about. We talk about going to the doctor and getting your yearly, for women, you know, you get a mammogram and you go get a pap smear and you go and you get everything checked out. And for everybody, they go get a yearly checkup. But no one says, did you go get a yearly mental health checkup? No, we don't really do that. So this time out land, I think, makes a lot of people judge themselves, and there's not any peace or harmony around us. So we have to make it for ourselves, I believe. So my peace and harmony comes from going on walks and listening to music, doing these podcasts, talking to friends, and actually getting quiet, which is something that I hated to do. I hated meditating. I hated getting quiet. I always wanted noise because then I didn't have to think, right? So then there were no feelings. There's noise, 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 noise. And not having those feelings makes life go quicker. It isn't as painful. But at the end, there's still stuff down there that I kept stuffing and stuffing and stuffing and stuffing and stuffing and stuffing and stuffing. And we're at this place that we're like, we can't stuff anymore because I feel like shit and I'm in timeout land and this COVID's everywhere and I feel like shit and what am I going to do? So I think that like reaching out, you know, if you need to find a therapist, if you need to find a 12-step group, if you need to find some sort of support for yourself, because none of us can do this by ourselves, right? Like we think we got this, we got this, we got this. Well, I always say I got shit. If I'm all by myself, I got nothing. I need other people. I need resources. I need everybody. I can't do this alone. I don't believe that anybody can do this alone. So it's taking this time to go, you know what? Nothing else is going on. Maybe I'm going to revisit something that's been bothering me. Maybe I'm going to pick up a self-help book. Maybe I'm going to go find a Zoom AA meeting. Maybe I'm going to go on Talk Time. I think there's some app that you can go to for therapy. There's all different sources of there's many resources out there. It's just taking the chance to do it and do it for yourself. And it's not about anybody else. It's about you, because we only get one time around this merry-go-round, I think, and we're on it. And rather than living in shame, remorse, bitterness, anxiety, all of it, all we have to do is live in the moments. So I'm living in the moments. They're uncomfortable as hell, but I don't have to drink over it, right? Like I don't have to drink over it. I can just be today. I can have feelings and know that they're going to pass. I don't have to hold on to them. And the other thing I'm going to talk about, one thing, is meditation. Meditation has been huge for me. It has been a journey, which I'm still on. So it's not over yet, but I'm on this journey, and I took a class that was 12 weeks in person, but I'm sure there are some online if you wanted to take a class. I know that they have some on Insight Timer that are like maybe $10, maybe. And I think there's some free options as well. But going and taking the time to learn how to meditate. And for so long, I thought, well, if I meditate, then I'm not going to have any thoughts in my head. But I would go and I'd meditate and I'd be like, okay, do I have to do dinner? What's for dinner? Did I pick up the kids from school? What are they doing? Where's the dog? Did the dog get walked today? Is the dry cleaning been picked up? Is it not picked up? Has the laundry been done? Oh my gosh, there's laundry been sitting in the washing machine for 3 days. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I'm so bad. I can't believe. So do you know what I'm talking about? So I did all these thoughts and I was like, oh my God, I'm crazy. I can't meditate unless you were like, and I'm like, how are they doing that? Someone told me that you will always have thoughts in your head until you're dead. So it's good that you're having thoughts. It's just what you do with the thoughts. So rather than like holding on to the thought that you have, like, oh my gosh, I just had this crazy thought that this was happening or that was happening, or the laundry's been sitting in there for 4 days, you can just let it go. You can just let it go and go to the next thought. Or breathe. And then one other technique I learned was like you breathe in and you count your breaths. So if you go 1, 2, and count to 23, that's a form of meditation. I had no idea until I took this course. So meditation, it's building a practice and getting better at it. It's like golf. It's like anything that you do. Like you have to practice. You have to practice. It's like yoga. It's like any of them. But I feel like if you're like me, if I do it the first time and I'm not doing it right, I'm like, forget it. I'm giving up. I'm not doing this anymore. But don't give up. Don't give up. I want you to keep fighting because you're worth it. You're worth it. And I know we aren't going to have fireworks anywhere, I don't think, in America. At least nobody's putting on any big show in any cities. But I want you to know that I'm wishing you a happy 4th of July. I hope you have a great Independence Day and you do something for you that day. It is a Saturday, so you're probably off work or, a lot of people or whatever you're doing, it's a Saturday. And just take some time to say, how do I want to be free myself? What do I need to do to get free myself rather than having to use drugs or drinking alcohol? What can I do that's different this year? Because it's a different year and it's time to take care of you rather than anybody else. I have another guest on Thursday. It's going to be really fun. So you better tune in on Thursday. So here's Tuesday. So if you have all week to figure out what you're going to do to celebrate your freedom, how are you going to be free this weekend? How are you going to celebrate you? Celebrate you this 4th of July. And I wish you a happy 4th of July. And I will be on again on Thursday with another guest. And I hope you have a great weekend. And we'll see you in a couple days. And until then, keep getting busy, living sober. Bye-bye.